Hey guys, Josh from the Steelverse. If you're American, happy Independence Day. I'm going to be talking about Independence Day 1, which came out, I think, in 96. And I'm going to talk about Independence Day 2, aka Independence Day Resurgence as well. I think that came out 2016, I believe. Now, it is really hot in the UK at the moment, so forgive me if I'm a little bit of a sweaty mess. We're not used to this level of heat that we've had. But yeah, so the first film, I'm going to show you my Steelbook in a second. So I had it on VHS and I used to absolutely love it. I used to wear the tape out. Obviously got it on DVD after that, got it on Blu-ray, and now I've got the Steelbook. So yeah, so this is my Steelbook of Independence Day 1. So yeah, so that's the front cover. Now that front cover is actually a magnet. So this is what it looked like before, but because we create custom magnets and custom stickers, I decided that I wanted to upgrade that. I wanted the classic poster, the iconic shot of the White House being blown up there. So, and I just adjusted the colors a little bit. I adjusted the length of the laser beam, put the title across. And yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with that. So yeah, this is actually a magnet, so take it off and then doesn't come off. But yeah, I'm pleased with that, how it's turned out. It's just such an iconic shot, love it. The back isn't anything special, but I've left that because I'm not too worried about that. Now the spine isn't bad. It has the title, 20th Century Fox logo and a Blu-ray logo. But what I did was created a magnet spine to put on top. So let me adjust that. So yeah, so that's my magnet spine there. Now magnet spines can be a little bit slippery sometimes, so if I did that, they come off. But if I line it back up, it doesn't come off at all. So yeah, so I like this film, really like this film. Inside, I haven't adapted it, but that's what it looks like. And then, yeah, so great film. It is one of those films where it was like my first destruction movie. I've not seen a movie with that much destruction in it when I was younger. So I was, when I first watched it, I was probably like 8 or 9 when I first saw it. Obviously, I was about 2 when it came out. So when I first saw it, yeah, the level of destruction is crazy. The amount of death, America actually looks like it gets obliterated, and the world actually looks like it's in chaos. It was just, I don't know, there's a lot of darkness in that film. And even watching it recently, I feel like a lot of the effects still hold up as well. The iconic scene of the White House just being blown up to pieces is just a brilliant shot. And you've got Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum together. These two actors, like, you wouldn't put them in a movie together. Their personalities and their acting styles completely different, yet they work really well. You've got Will Smith bringing a bit of the aggression and a bit of the humour, and then you've got Jeff Goldblum who's bringing the almost like the nerdy scientist, and then they team up, and it's just really great acting from the pair of them. Will Smith's very underrated in that film, I think. Then you've got the president's speech, I think by Bill Pullman. His speech, I think, even though it can be a little bit cheesy maybe to people who watch it for the first time, I think his speech is just brilliant and perfect for that film as well. Yeah, and again, like rewatching it, I still think it's a perfect speech. And yeah, it's just a great film. And they actually, spoiler alert, they obviously win in the end, but there's been a lot of chaos before all that, a lot of destruction before all that. And it's a brilliant film, really, really good film. Still holds up. I'll probably will try and look for the 4K one day. But yeah, I am pleased with how this cover has turned out. So now I'm going to talk about the sequel, Independence Day 2, aka Independence Day Resurgence. Now, watching that first film, you would never assume there was going to be a sequel. You would never think that they could make a second film. But they did, and they were going to make a third. as well. So yeah, when I first heard it was coming out, it was quite intriguing, but I just thought, how can they make a sequel to it? They won in the end. It was a great film. Everyone like, how can you make another one? But they did. Now I'll show you the Steelbook first. The case was actually really nice. I can't remember where I got it. I think I got them both as a pair, and they were really cheap. This one I haven't done many customizations to, but I do like the front cover of that. It's quite shiny as well, and it sort of mirrors what I've done with the first one. And then the back is this. Now the spine is similar to the other one, but I again put a magnet on that. I've put a black magnet so that when they're next to each other, they go with each other. I put Resurgence quite small, but yeah. Now there is actually star dots on that, but if I put that together, so yeah, it's still on my shelf like that. And then if I look inside, I have got, it's a 2-disc, but I think the one of them is a digital copy, Blu-ray. Just take the spine magnet off for a minute, but that's what that looks like. Nice case. Is it a good film? Let me put the spine magnet back on. So initially, when I started watching it, the premise I thought was quite clever. So spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, look away now. But basically, it's years and years later. So years and years after Independence Day, the first events of Independence Day took place, the first film. And now what they've done is they've used the spaceships and any of the technology that they've got from the invasion to basically build a defense system to protect them in case it happens again. And I thought that was quite an interesting concept, using the technology to just enhance the defense and try and make things better. I quite like that. I thought it was a good idea. Now Jeff Goldblum is back in it. His dad is back in it, even though his dad has a very small part. The ex-president is back in it, Bill Pullman, and he's got quite an interesting story in this. He's basically gone almost a bit crazy. He's having all these visions that are happening, and then you've got the character Will Smith's son, the character, not the actor Jaden, but yeah, Will Smith's character's son is in it, and the president's daughter's in it, but different actress as well. But there's one person that is missing from all of that, and that is Will Smith. There is no Will Smith in this film, and you can tell, and he is sorely missed from this film. He would have made it at least a bit better than what it was. So I think he was filming Suicide Squad at the time. I think they wasn't willing to wait for him. So what did they do? They killed him off. They didn't. They just killed him off. And yeah, bad decision, because he was a great presence in the first film. So to not have him in this was terrible. Jeff Goldblum pretty much took the lead again, but he just needed that person to bounce off. It was a dull film, a really boring film. It has Liam Hemsworth in it, which I don't think he's the greatest actor. Like I say, you got Will Smith's character's son in it. Again, he didn't have any charisma in this. And it was just quite bland. And, invasion happens again. But this time, they're using, updated effects and updated CGI. And you can tell it actually looks worse than the first film does. You can tell it's more CGI. You can tell they're using more effects and more green screen in this. It just feels like it goes on forever as well. It feels like the longest film. Jeff Goldblum's the best part in it. Like I said, it's cool having the president back as well. But yeah, it's a poor film. And if Will Smith was in it, I think it could have elevated it. Now, they were hoping to do another film afterwards. They left it a bit open. They were going to make a third film, but it just flopped. It didn't do well at all. Maybe they should have done a Will Smith cameo at the end. Maybe he was actually alive all along or something. They should have done something. But yeah, I find it an intriguing film though. I do tend to sometimes go back to it and give it a watch just because I'm quite intrigued how they made it, how Independence Day 1 was all wrapped up, and then 20 years later they bring out a sequel that wasn't needed but has that sort of good intro to it. And yeah, it just intrigues me how, and it's the same director, same writer, I think, same producers. It's just a weird film. It's just a weird film. So I have got it on Steelbook. Still said Steelbook's quite nice. I do revisit just for the purpose of going, this is just strange. Like, why did they do this? How did they do this? But I like Jeff Goldblum, so he just about makes me want to watch it a little bit more because I do like him as an actor, as a person from what I've seen. So yeah, but Independence Day 1 to me is a classic. Now it could be just my age, but to me, I find Independence Day 1 a classic. The Resurgence is just a weird anomaly. Have you seen Resurgence? I mean, what did you think? I mean, I'm hoping they never revisit again. Just leave it alone. Just don't touch it anymore. It's bad enough you made a second one. Just leave it as 2 films. Move on to something else. I enjoyed films that the director went on to do. Like, I enjoyed The Day After Tomorrow. 2012 was okay, but cheesy. But Day After Tomorrow was a good film. Enjoyed that. So yeah, so those are my Independence Day films, my Steelbooks. So yeah, like I said, we do magnet covers, we do sticker covers. Magnets are obviously really easy to apply and they can come on and off. Stickers will stay on. They are the same quality. Stickers and magnets are both exactly the same quality. The stickers will stay on. Magnets you can take on and off when you please. So yeah, what do you think of the Independence Day films? Let me know in the comments section below. You can visit our shop in the description, our Etsy store, The Steelverse. Please do give us a like. Please do subscribe to our channel. Check out our Instagram and stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching.